So while we are on Quiet on Set and clocking all of Hollywood's tea and the stuff that they do to children, let's talk about this. Let's talk about how so many child actors have had their money stolen by the parents. So the same way how we always say sometimes the parents have to be blamed for these assaults that happen to their kids, these parents are literally evil sometimes, working their kids and then stealing all of their money. The most recent case of this is Honey Boo Boo having her money stolen by Mama June. If you don't know, the Shannon family first premiered on TV in 2011 when Alana, aka Honey Boo Boo, was only 5 years old on the TLC series Toddlers and Tiaras. In 2012, the family was given a spinoff called Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, and after that was canceled in 2017, they got a new spinoff called Mama June From Hot to Not, which is about Mama June trying to lose weight. So I'm going to show you guys the clip of her mom explaining that she stole and spent all of her money and she's not going to pay it back. And then we're going to look at 5 other child stars that we know who have had their money stolen by their parents and either took them to court or had some type of dispute about it.
Really pissing me off because she's trying to make everything about her damn self. And it's like, where's my money? All them years I've been working my whole life to make sure that I had what I needed. And now I'm not going to have what I needed. I'm going to get the truth out of Mama and I will find out where my money is. Mama is not going to get no slap on the wrist for this one. You should have been in the right mind as a mother to be like, oh, okay, she's going to have to pay for something later on in life. Let me just put that in the cooking account myself. And for you to say that you don't want to even try and help me with college or you wouldn't even try and even pay one semester is insane because you have used all my money, basically. Are you going to pay me back or am I going to get that? Will I ever see that money or it's just like, oh, it's like abracadabra, it's gone? It's gone, Alana. It's not like, I have a loan. So I'm never going to ever see my money, basically. Somebody's just supposed to forget about all that money and walk away. I'm tired of people making me look like spent money in a Coogan account when, hello, nobody can touch a Coogan account. You can't touch a Coogan account. You touched it before it got in here, baby. Because you had to put the bottom line percentage. You had to. You a dirty dog for that. You a dirty... Mama's smart when it comes to legal stuff, I guess because she's been in the system so much. She tried to figure out the bare minimum she could put into Alana's account that was legally right. And then pocketed the rest. Lord knows what she did or where it went. I mean, I honestly did not think that she could stoop that low. I could pull the bank statements from there. I just hope you know that. I can pull the bank statements. And I can see exactly what was deposited and what you got.
Well, I can tell you right now, I haven't. I don't. You can't pull anything out of a Coogan account.
The fact that you okey-doke that network into not putting all that money in the Coogan account is what's insane to me. This is what Alana's going to have to depend on.
I know this.
And you're like, I set up Coogan accounts, and now you make yourself like an ass because you didn't protect her from nobody. You took her money. She's the reason you're famous to begin with. Right now, I don't know how the I'm going to pay for college. Honestly, Mama, I don't. It's like, Mama, you don't really give a you took our money. That's the real problem here. Like, that's the problem.
I got to tell her so hard, but it's gone. I used it in my drug addiction. Woo!
Oh my God, bro. You can't be honest.
I've been honest about that.
That's the issue here, Mama.
I've been honest, dumbass.
Just the fact that you're just sitting here and you're okay with the fact that you took the money from her.
I just don't up decisions.
Okay,
I just don't up decisions.
But consequences are going to come back and bite you in the ass, June, and you're going to have to put your big girl panties on and deal with it. And that's what you're dealing with right now.
I hope she sues her.
You don't give a You
That's
just
the
don't
point.
care.
How do you say I stole
Because
money?
you lied to her
We lived off of money.
But mothers are supposed to pay their bills for their kids. You stole money from Alana.
I didn't steal no money.
Dylan and Cole Sprouse have spoken about when they turned 10, their mom, Melanie Wright, lost custody of them, and by then she had allegedly lost all of the money they earned. And Cole recently spoke and said that he still does not speak to his mother. He doesn't wish her any bad, but he still does not speak to her because she stole their money. Eventually, their father got custody of them, and I guess that's when they were able to kind of build their money back up. Shirley Temple's parents were given a share of her income and they were supposed to put it in a court-ordered trust, but they did not follow through with this promise, and by the time Shirley was an adult, her alleged $3 million fortune was actually only $44,000. Similar to what happened here, because Honey Boo Boo says she only has $33,000, but you guys see she was on at least 3 shows on TLC under 18. How is that? LeAnn Rimes, by the time she was 16, she alleged that her father and his partner were pocketing her earnings. She filed a lawsuit against her father, claiming that he and his partner stole over $7 million from her. Her dad actually filed a countersuit against her and said that she was overspending, and it says that they eventually settled the lawsuit and made amends ahead of LeAnn getting married to Dean Sherriman. In 2012, Leighton Meester took her mother Constance to court after she allegedly discovered that the $7,000 a month she had been sending to take care of her little brother's medical expenses were actually being used for her mom's cosmetic procedures. Leighton even alleged that her mom had threatened to sue her for $3 million if she didn't raise her monthly allowance to $10K. And then it says Constance claimed that Leighton had verbally promised to take care of her and the brother, so she spent the cash. So you just spent the money willy-nilly thinking that your daughter's supposed to take care of all your bills. Okay, lastly, Different Strokes star Gary Coleman. When he turned 18, he allegedly discovered that his bank accounts were empty. He went on to sue his parents and his former advisor for misappropriating his multi-million-dollar fortune. He was awarded $1.3 million, but after some bad investments and medical issues, he had to file for bankruptcy just a decade later. At the time of his passing in 2010, he had reportedly not spoken to his parents in over 20 years. So this is something else that I think really needs to be explored and have the veil lifted off of it as well. I'm glad that they are doing documentaries like Quiet on Set that explore like the sexual harassment and assault, but there's also this financial issue and like the child labor, because it's like these kids are basically working as their whole childhood, missing their childhood, basically being slaves if they're not going to ever see any of that money. You know what I mean? Like if I sat there and worked all that time and then I don't see no money, you basically was slaving me, like pimping me out. So that's something else that really needs to be addressed by Hollywood. I know a lot of people may not want to go against their parents like that because that's a little different than this. You know, with the Quiet on Set stuff, sometimes the parents have something to blame, but it's really about the network. With this, it's going to be directly coming for your parents. Like, no, they stole your money. It's not the network. The network gave your parents the right amount of money and your parents fucked around and